Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Christopher D. Johnson. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Now, here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. "21-year-old National Guardsman Jack Teixeira made his first court appearance today. He is believed to be the leader of an internet chat group called Discord. Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Christopher D. Johnson. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Now, here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. "21-year-old National Guardsman Jack Teixeira made his first court appearance today. He is believed to be the leader of an internet chat group called Discord that leaked and posted tons of the country's most classified documents online. The leaked documents included detailed information on the country's allies and enemies, information on the war in Ukraine, information that exposed the U.S. spied on allies like South Korea and Israel, critical information about Ukrainian military capabilities, and top secret intel about Chinese weapons development. A Pentagon spokesperson said officials are treating the leak as a, quote, deliberate criminal act, and they have now begun to assess the damage. The Justice Department, as well as drug maker Danco, have asked the Supreme Court to intervene in the emergency dispute over a Texas judge's abortion drug ruling that would limit access to the abortion medication called mifepristone. They are asking the Supreme Court to freeze the lower court ruling or agree to take up the case themselves and hear arguments before the summer recess. It is the most important abortion-related dispute to reach the Supreme Court since the justices overturned Roe v. Wade last summer. Mifepristone is used in the majority of abortions today in states that still allow abortion. If the Supreme Court does not step in, the district court's ruling restricting access to mifepristone during the appeals process will go into effect at midnight Central Time Friday. Two Miami-Dade police officers are being called heroes for springing into action to save a 3-year-old boy trapped in his car seat as the car was submerged in a South Florida canal. The boy's father said he lost control of his car trying to avoid an oncoming car and crashed into the canal. When police officers showed up, one officer immediately dove into the canal waters multiple times, but came up empty-handed each time. Minutes later, he somehow located and freed the boy. Once the boy was out of the water and his car seat, another officer frantically performed CPR over and over again until the boy vomited the water out of his stomach. One of the officers said it was the worst day of his life and the best day of his life at the same time. Ryan Seacrest said goodbye to Live with Regis and Ryan today. Seacrest said he and co-host Kelly Ripa had promised themselves they would try not to get emotional because it was a day of celebration. But Seacrest cried anyway. Seacrest's family joined the celebration. So did First Lady Jill Biden. The show featured a look back at Seacrest's 6 seasons as host. Seacrest announced in February that he was leaving to focus on American Idol and other projects. He said working alongside Ripa was a dream for him, and he still plans to come back to visit the show. Ripa's husband, Mark Consuelos, joins the show as co-host starting Monday. The show will now be retitled Live with Kelly and Mark. The Atlantic hurricane season doesn't officially begin for another 7 weeks. But Colorado State University has already released its 2023 hurricane season forecast. It predicts 13 named storms, 6 hurricanes, and 2 major hurricanes of Category 3 or higher. All the numbers are slightly below the typical season average of 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. And the odds of a hurricane hitting the U.S. appear to be as high as any normal year. Also understand this is not the official NOAA hurricane forecast. Colorado State's forecast is just the first to be released, and often parallels the official NOAA forecast. There are normal skate parks. Then there's this one. British BMXer Chris Kyle took his skills to the sky in a death-defying feat, riding in the world's first floating skate park. Kyle worked with Oracle Red Bull Racing and their Red Bull Advanced Technologies division, along with Cameron hot air balloons to create his vision. It took almost 3 years. But the final product was a carbon fiber BMX bowl suspended 2,000 feet in the air. After practicing on land, Kyle took his skills to the skate park in the sky over England. He was wearing a heavy parachute, fighting against a bouncing, rocking balloon, and cheered on by his close friends in the basket. In one word, wow. If the temperatures are nice where you live, today is a perfect day to get your hands dirty. Friday, April 14th, is National Gardening Day. To celebrate, buy some seeds, flowers, fruit, plants, or veggies, and start digging. If you don't have space for a garden, look for a gardening club or community garden in your area. And if there's not one, consider starting one. Gardening provides physical activity and can be a pleasant time in nature that you can enjoy for decades. Plus, growing your own garden could even save you money. And that's it for today. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. A big thank you to all of you, our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the Google Play Store or App Store on your smartphone. But if you prefer to watch on a television or laptop, you can watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku. Take care.